Oh, Santa Cruz? Just a laid-back mellow town with great weather, affordable housing, green landscapes protected from the ongoing drought, and of course, the beaches. Can you say margaritas, anyone? How sweet it is to be a new age freebird burning with namaste fever, free from any ideas that are constructed through social or cultural practice. And there's me. I live in this politically charged utopia called Santa Cruz. I work at this place called the Food Bin, which sounds like a snappy name for a dumpster, but it's not. It's a health food store. I got hired here a year ago as a night manager, so I had to learn to defend me and my coworkers from creepers. I was a glamtim, a glamorous phantom, or a tie-dye cowboy, if you will. But then this one time, this guy came in and said to me,
I couldn't help but notice, but you have really nice legs. Do you exercise?
And I was so caught off guard, I was just like, no? And now every time he comes into the store, I freeze up and run to the back, tense and inarticulate, frozen like a statue, and I wonder... This sort of thing happens often, especially to women. We are taught sexism through media, which can mean art, literature, photos, film, statues, and then people who control the image of media control the image of society. So people who control the image of women control women's status in society. And these people all come from the same demographic, white, cis, male, which is bad because we all have this thing called implicit bias, which are associations we harbor in our subconscious which cause us to have feelings and attitudes about other people based on characteristics. So you're more likely to hire someone that looks similar to you. We live in a mediated culture where media creates and reflects societal norms. So if there's no representation for women, then our unique problems are invisible. We are silenced. Our identities are flattened. We become something to gaze upon, like an object. Since I was feeling like a statue, silent and lifeless, I wanted to focus on this medium. Statues are a form of public art, a form of collective community expression, but we know this is impossible because everyone has different perspectives. The Catholic Church has statues of women, but they're all depicted as saints or virgins. Then there's city-sanctioned statues, but they're usually archetypes, symbols, muses, forces, the Statue of Liberty, the Statue of Freedom, the Statue of Day and Night, all of them created by men. I mean, how can we possibly use women's bodies as symbols of freedom and liberty when our actual bodies are always under attack by men and the law? And on a more statistical note, out of the 5,193 public statues depicting historical figures, only 394 of those are women. But this is 2016. This is the most progressive we'll ever be. These ideas about women are out of date. Oh wait, oh no! Let's ask the world what they think. Alright, hello, today we're here with Owen, and he's a surfer.
Yeah.
Cool, and I'm just gonna read out something that I found on the internet describing a prude girl. 7 traits of a naughty girl. A list that say you must have this. An attractive woman. What do you prefer? A chaste kiss on the lips or full-on passionate lip lock with plenty of tongue? How do I make sure it doesn't turn into another stupid makeout session? The perfect woman must be attractive. The perfect woman must be confident. The perfect woman must be feminine. Guys love feeling desired almost as much as they love actually making love. I just want something, either an HJ, BJ, anything at this point. Perfect woman must be intelligent. The perfect woman must be mature. If you try to pull off her pants and she's like, no, ask her why. The perfect woman must be loyal. The perfect woman must be decisive. So you can lick her nipples and then go on further down.
What is she doing?
Do you think that's believable?
Slightly invaded.
No, I mean, I guess those are just good qualities in people. right? Like to be strong and independent is
Wow.
something just respectable among everybody.
It was semi-independent.
That's what horny dudes do. Try and get laid.
I don't know. It feels like an imposition.
To represent the girl next door in roles versus men is like more multifaceted. You know, they should be smart or like running businesses and like powerful in different ways that they don't ask for in women. But then I'm a little thrown off because the initial list that you gave us is like, if you give me a list of like the perfect man must be, there's gonna be a lot of shit on that list.
You want me to look that up right now?
It's not right, but that's just like how a lot of dudes are.
Do you like have any friends that are like this?
I mean, yeah, like when we were younger, we were all super horny, like young dudes.
I had to get away from New Jersey to really start to question that lifestyle.
Is that your son over there?
Yeah. Oh.
I don't know how he got up there.
Hey, Jeff. Hey, Jeff. The house husband. The family.
Yeah, Bo. Yeah, Bo. Yeah, that's true
I'm
too.
sorry, I
guess.
looked up The Perfect Man on Google and
know.
I just got
It's a
a
movie.
bunch of movie
Yeah.
trailers. Alright, those are legitimate responses. And I might have caused a divorce with that couple, but I still had some questions like, how'd that kid get up on that statue? Let's open a dialogue with some femme scholars. What's the problem with defining a woman?
Well, there are a lot of problems with defining a woman because you can't define what a woman is, who a woman is. With that article, it commodifies women's bodies and tells you how to become the perfect product for consumption.
Being hyper-masculine all the time so as not to show your emotions, which are equated with femininity. So like if you're emotional as a boy, you're like getting too close to the feminine and that's not acceptable.
Usually in terms of like something that's positive and something that's negative. And so by like making an article about what women should look like, how to be attractive, it's stabilizing what makes a woman positive, and so anything but that is negative.
Because of the gender binary, there are attributes that are expected of men and of women, and masculinity and toxic masculinity is a huge part of boyhood.
A picture of a woman who's being sold, essentially being commodified. Like you can touch it, you can do whatever you want with it, and so people think that that's how it is without there being a picture.
Constant level of discomfort with having a female body just because you know that at any point a man could think that it belongs to them, because that's what they've been socialized to think for the most part. I mean, this like binary of the masculine and the feminine has been around, at least in the West, for ever, and so like anything that we create comes straight from that.
There are a few things to consider when thinking about public art. We can think about who puts it up, and we can think about what it does, and why is it there.
Fuck that guy, but not literally.